Fourth grade ELA, the idea of home. Imagine someone in your household telling you, pack your bags, you're moving to a new country to live with total strangers. You're doing it for the good of your family and for your country. What would you say? How would you feel about a decision like this? The story I'm going to read is about a girl not much older than you who must obey just such a decision. The title is called Red Butterfly, How a Princess Smuggled a Secret of Silk Out of China. Written by Deborah Knowles, illustrated by Caldecott Medal winner Sophia Blackall. So, how does the girl cope with saying goodbye to everything she knows? Let's read to find out. In my Father's kingdom there are many splendors, bells and drums and conch sounds in the city streets. All day long, ladies will with careful eyebrows crisscross palace courtyards. Warlords and courtiers come and go in gleaming carriages. So splendor is an important word in the story. It means great brightness or impressive beauty. I wonder what other impressive beauties the princess will share. In my night chamber, I remove silver pins, and my hair spills into my gentle maid servant's hands. I watch the bright moon and breathe the breath of peach petals on the wind. I am a child with my hair yet cut across my forehead, but soon I will marry the king of far Khotan. The moon will follow you to Khotan, my maid croons, combing my black hair back. The moon will remember. Goodbye, pink peach tree petals. Goodbye, yellow moon. In my Father's kingdom there are many splendors. Most valued of all is silk. Far away, rulers wish for China's wealth and call it woven wind. Silk, my red beautiful wings, flapping is our people's solemn secret, thousands of moons old. Spun by a little worm that feeds on the mulberry leaves in Father's gardens. While I walk, it whispers, whispers. Why would they call silk woven wind? The night before we journey to the summer palace, Mother and her maids drape me in swirls of silk. The seamstress clips and stitches, snips and tucks. Mother whispers that when the wild geese fly and the court ladies swap their robes for squirrel skin coats, I will go with those geese. You must be brave, little daughter. Goodbye, small silkworm. Goodbye, red butterfly. The princess's mother tells her that she will be married when the court ladies swap their robes for coats. What does she mean? How do you think the princess will spend her last summer in China? In my Father's kingdom there are many splendors. As we cross the wild courtside to the summer palace, sunbeams slice through their dark woods, spilling on moss. Monkeys wail in maple groves along the river. Sparrows peck mud for their nests. When we arrive, Mother and the other consorts bathe in the palace hot springs. After in belted robes and wide sleeves, they look like loveliest butterflies. The night court hums with poets, scroll painters, stretch white silk. Men stand with crossed arms, top knots, bobbing to watch the dancers while ladies twitter in pearl-studded gowns. I sip from my bowl of tea as my favorite singer tunes her pipa, pluck and snap and blang like rain on rooftops. When Father returns from the morning hunt, I dare not look at him, though. I let my pleading soar. But, Father, is not Khotan very far in the dry, hot desert? Your bridegroom rules a green oasis in the sand, my daughter. Grapes sag on the vine and rivers flow from the Kulan mountains. Camels and caravans pass to the west. bearing bright goods. I do not wish to leave your honored home. I swipe at a tear, stooped under the emperor's gaze, rustling in red silk rustling. Goodbye, Peepa song, goodbye, sparrows pecking at mud. So let's look at the way the princess speaks with her father. What are some words that show us she respects him, even if she does not like his choice? In my father's kingdom there are many splendors, but on the night we return to the walled city, my littlest brother, a shadow behind the screen, plays for me his simple flute, made from the bone of a red-crowned crane. The notes float and I stand by the window, remembering cranes under the pines, snowy blossoms of sour plums, mellow flowers, autumn moons. What if I pass the mountains and there is only sand forevermore? I would give every silver hairpin, every jade carving and gold ornament for one brush of southern mist, one windy silken promise, that home be with me always. Goodbye, red-crowned crane, goodbye, sour plums. In my father's kingdom there are many splendors. Well, will it matter so much if I take just one away with me to far Kutan? My maidservant lowers her eyes. It is a crime. Yet when the wild geese call, she twists and rolls and pins hair like black silk high upon my head. She weaves within like secrets on the wind, tiny worms spinning their busy homes. We hide also the seeds of the mulberry tree. We plant them in the soil of me. The moon will remember if she kisses my forehead. Now go and be a queen. Goodbye, princess. Here we learn that not only is silk making a secret, but also that it is a crime to share the secret. If that is so, why do you think the maidservant helped the princess hide the silkworms and mulberry seeds? With my sit-on chair ringed by matchmakers and lantern bearers, I pray to the gods and our honorable ancestors. Father and mother smile, but their smiles dazzle like the sun, and I look away. If you must go with your hair yet cut across your forehead from all you know, take with you some small piece of brightness, some shining memory, for the world is large, little butterfly, and the road is long. Let's talk about the ending. Why do you think the princess is trying to say? According to Chinese legend, silk was discovered almost 5,000 years ago by Si Ling Qi, the young wife of the mythical Yellow Emperor Shi Honggundi. Strolling in the garden one day, the empress plucked a cocoon of the silkworm moth from a mulberry tree. When she accidentally dropped the cocoon into her bowl of tea, she saw a soft but sturdy fiber unravel. Si Ling Qi, known in legend as the goddess of silk, is credited both with introducing the silk-making process and with inventing the loom. Though recent archaeological finds show the origins of sericulture, the making of silk and silk fabric to be much earlier. The Silk Road, a 1,000-mile-long network of roads or caravan routes skirting forbidding deserts and mountain ranges, officially opened about 200 BC from around 500 BC to AD 1500. This route served as the major highway for the transport of goods and knowledge between Europe, the Near East in India and China. A wealth of exotic and commercial goods, from jade, paper, and spices to horses, coral, and grapes, were exchanged, while at the same time skills, knowledge, and religion, notably Buddhism, crisscrossed the Eurasian continent. But the major product being traded from east to west on this route, as the name suggested, was silk, and the Chinese fiercely guarded the secret of its production. The secret may be one of the most protected and most coveted in history. The punishment of revealing it was death. It is said that somewhere between AD 100 and 500, a Chinese princess married the king of Khotan, an oasis north of the plain of Tibet. When she left her native land to travel west to her bridegroom, the princess carried, smuggled in her fancy hairdo or headdresses, silkworm cocoons and the seeds of the mulberry tree on which the little worms feed. Khotan, too, seems to have guarded the secret, but around 552, industrious monks arrived at the Emperor Justine's court with live silkworm egg hidden on hollow bamboo walking sticks. The Byzantine Empire soon became a center of silk production in its own right, and the Sierra culture gradually spread throughout West Asia and Europe.